What is going on, guys? DPG here. In this video, I have to talk about something in my team. I think I have to talk about it because I'll be doing a disservice not to. And it's a pity. It is a real pity. First of all, obviously you're seeing the MT sales right here. Or if not that, Lionel Hollins might just be the best card in the damn game. Who knows? But all I'm gonna say is 2K had done something that looked good, and they just undid it. It's undid it, and it's all to do with pack odds. It is all to do with pack odds, lads. So, anyway, if you guys don't know, Radiant pack odds are here. And the highest overall players in these packs are obviously Pink Diamond, or obviously Opals, or Dark Matters. With Opals pulled at an 8% rate. And Pink Diamonds being pulled at a 19% rate. Supposedly at a 19% rate. Only a 4% chance at a Pink Diamond, or at a, at a Diamond. And there's also only meant to be a 9% chance at a Gold, which isn't great. And in terms of, like, Amethyst, only a 14% chance at Amethyst. And I'm telling you for a fact, like, almost everyone I saw pulled more Amethyst than they pulled Pink Diamonds in these packs. But again, that's not really the big thing. I just want to take into account what 2K had previously done and what they've undone what they have undone. And they have done two things to make it even more, I'm going to say, anti-consumer. Because again, I'm not anti-2K. I couldn't care less. I will always hype up when 2K does something good. Like, I hyped up Stellar Packs. I am pro-consumer. I am pro getting as much as you can with as little money as possible in the game. And again, like, you can see my team right here. Obviously, I'm selling my Scottie Pippen right now. I'm selling most stuff that has any sort of value. My team is effectively a no money spent squad. My team is effectively no money spent because, again, like, had I been no money spent, 30k free, 7k free, 30k, 5k, 10k, 7k. Like, this is less than 100k. Like, this is 100k if even. If even. It's about 75k and some free cards. Like, this is the team that I would run if I was playing this game. If I was playing competitively with my squad, and I'm selling my Scottie used to build some MT. Because at the end of the day, there's no way of getting MT. On this account right here, I have personally put in 250 euro. Or 220 euro. I still have some VC. I personally put in 220 euro. And if I sold every single player, and like, I've played a lot of games, obviously I've got KG, I've got some things. If I sold every single auctionable player, and I just sold Scottie, and I got really lucky to get Scottie. If I sold every auctionable player, I would have roughly 500,000 MT. That's 17. That is $17 for buying MT. So I've spent at a plus 10x premium to gamble to get, and I've gotten lucky in gambling because I pulled an auctionable Scottie Pippen. Let's say I didn't pull an auctionable Scottie Pippen and that was an unauctionable Scottie, I would be right down, even lower. And in terms of the MT that I would have, in fairness, I would sell a Scottie Pippen, but my total MT would be at 300k. Imagine instead of getting 300k for 250, if I had bought that in MT, I would have more. I would have had enough to sort me for the entire year. And right now, I barely have it would have sorted me for the entire year for a competitive team. And right now, on the 27th of February, I barely have a competitive team. And pack odds are just getting worse and worse and worse. And the scary part is that what 2K have done the last couple of weeks is they have made these two top tier cards demigods. They have made the Dark Matters demigods, and everybody else just meh. Joe Johnson, bum release. Iverson, 6 foot tall. Mikal Bridges, 63 block. Pascal Siakam, bad release. Batum, bad release. Rondo, Wood, not the greatest stats wise. Portis, iffy. Denny's very good. Yeah, Tony's a beast. But literally, what they've done the last 2 weeks. And you can see with the All-Star cards, as far as the Opals go, other than like Drew, there weren't that many great ones. What they did with LeBron, they gave LeBron a new jump shot. They're giving D-Rob Park or the best dribble six in the game. They're making T-Mac a 6'8 Park player. So what they've are now doing is they're making the top cards that are as good as unattainable. I looked at, like, again, there's not the largest sample size, but I've been looking at, I watched Ty's video, I'm looking at a lot of things. there are a bunch of people that have been... Someone literally commented on one of my things, on one of my tweets, because I brought up this point in a tweet, that they said they spent like $800 and didn't get a dark matter. I'm pretty sure Jazz spent the equivalent of like $500, and they gave that dude a logo and didn't even get a dark matter. So there's no like rigged accounts in any way. But then again, on the opposite side, there's Denver who got one straight away. So again, it's gambling. It is gambling at the end of the day. But let me just take this into perspective. Let me just put this into perspective. If this... Prior to Stellar... What Stellar packs were so good for? What's Stellar... Like, obviously, prior to them cracking down MT, it would have cost you about $40 to get a Tracy McGrady if you... with the MT. And the way it is right now... and even with Stellar packs, if they'd done something similar to Stellar packs, like they made even like 8% for it unauctionable, for Stellar packs, almost everybody got the card. Almost everybody for Stellar packs, if you open a 450, you're pretty much guaranteed to get every card you wanted for $100, which is still a ludicrous amount of money, but it's a lot better than the alternative right now. If you want to get both of these cards, if you want to get both Tracy McGrady and David Robinson, you're going to have to put in about $1,000. To get this entire set in terms of, and by that I mean like you opening packs and not to pull them, to pull both of these on average is probably going to cost you a couple of grand. It's probably going to cost you a couple of grand to pull both of these. But to get enough MT to get all these cards together and use, just if you want to use these cards, to get enough MT from buying and selling, it's going to cost you about a grand. From the way MT used to be, it would be about $100. Even with both of these over $1 mil, they might go up to 1.3 mil. So let's just say $200 to get both of these guys. It's now up above a grand. And what 2K did with the Stellar packs was at least they made it so that these three are pulled at pretty much a similar rate. With the fact that they'd done the unauctionable thing, it meant that almost everybody who opened these packs got one of the cards. They got the opals. They got the cards that they wanted, the top tier cards. And alternate reality was different because basically the only opals that people wanted were Magic Johnson and Carmelo Anthony, but there was like an 80% chance you put Pau Gasol or Clay. This card was basically extinct because not only like they had a certain odds. They only lowered the odds of getting an opal by 2%, but the chance of getting this was like 0.5%. It had, like the chance of getting Magic Johnson was lower, was like significantly under 1%. And then now with these, I'm pretty sure it is a small sample size, but with the All-Stars, you're seeing these guys being pulled at less than a 0.5% rate. There was a 2K accidentally in 2K19 or 2K20, sorry, what am I talking about? 2K22. They accidentally show what the odds were of getting the top tier card from a pack because there was a 21 box where it was a guaranteed top rare in that pack, and you were able to like use mathematics for the odds. When these new cards come into packs, the reason why it says less than 2% is because, well, it is less than 2%. They can, in their, they honestly, if they want to, could like move those odds from 2 to 0.00000 continuous, and it would legally, they're okay. But the odds were back in 2K22 0.3%. 0.3% at getting any of the top tier cards. And I think that's what the odds are going to be of getting these cards. I think they're probably between 0.3 and 0.5% of getting a dark matter. So, and lads, and this isn't like FIFA. We keep saying, oh, geez, a 0.5%. That's actually really good. In FIFA, you can get a pack for like 75p or like €1. Whereas here, if you want to open 20 packs, it can cost you €50. And that's if you're getting with the like boosted pack sales. It's about €3 a pack. It's about $3 a pack, which is wild. And let's put this into account, lads. For you to get both the opals, I'm not even lying. For if you sign up both the dark matters, I keep saying opal, both the dark matters. If you really want both the dark matters, and you're trying to do it legitimately, it will cost you more money than it would cost. Or I'm not going to say like some people would spend more on food, but basically, in almost every city in the world, you could feed a family of 4 for 2 to 3 months for the cost of 2 virtual cards. Cost of 2 virtual cards. You could feed a family of 4 for 2 to 3 months. Isn't that ridiculous now? Isn't that absolutely ridiculous? Isn't that absolutely ridiculous? Especially because obviously 2K had gone have gone out of their way to ban everyone from buying MT. And I'm like, good. If 2K were banning people from buying MT, good thing. But you got to be proactive and do what and make it in a way so that those people that have previously bought MT might maybe put money back into the game. But no, what they've done is they've in fact made worse odds than last year. The odds are worse at this stage than this stage last year. The odds are worse than this time last year. And I don't give a damn. This Ray Allen freaking stinks. He sucks. He is a bona fide scrub. He can't play. This man is a bona fide scrub at this stage of the year. Dude came out in November. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This game is now more expensive than ever to play. And I'm sorry. I think they should put to bed the narrative that anyone who bought MT was a cheater and not just financially responsible. Because I'm not going to lie. Up until the pandemic, I had every single card I ever wanted to have in the game. And the total amount of money I've put into this game is like $300 to $400. On my Xbox account, I could have had any card I ever wanted from start to finish of the game. Whereas on my PlayStation account, I am currently selling my Scottie Pippen to get to 400k MT while running a budget squad with almost the same amount of money put in through VC. Can we see the problem here? 2K? Your VC is absolutely worthless. It is absolutely worthless. A million VCs worth 450k MT. $200 freaking dollars. 450k MT is not even getting you a dark matter. Like, what are we doing? 2K? You gotta change something. Otherwise people are just gonna eat the bans. People are gonna stock up, eat the 10-day, and then just chill for the rest of the year. You gotta do something, 2K. You gotta do something.